Hello, everyone. Welcome to English 110 College Composition 1. My name is Niles Hike, and I am an assistant professor of English at Dickinson State University. I graduated from Dickinson State University way back in my day with a writing major and a journalism minor. Since then, I've earned my graduate degree, and I've also gone on to teach at universities such as Baylor University, West Virginia University, to name a couple. This is my now starting my 18th year of teaching college writing and literature and leadership courses. And it's an absolute privilege to be planning asynchronous online courses for my students. I love teaching in person, but I also love teaching online courses as well. I've had the experience of taking online courses myself, and one thing I loved about them was I didn't have to wait for those class meetings. I didn't have to wait for my professor to get going on my work. And because of that, I was able to work well ahead of those deadlines, not rushing, of course, but managing my time carefully so that I could get the projects done a couple of days, sometimes a couple of days in advance of those deadlines. And I encourage you, strongly encourage you to follow that practice this semester as you look at our calendar, you look at our workload, and you tackle those deadlines ahead of when they're actually scheduled. Couple of things before we get into some specifics about this course is assessment alignment. Recently, the School of Education has aligned all of our papers in College Composition 1 and College Composition 2, English 110 and English 120. What that means is if you're taking this course from this instructor or that instructor online, in person, you're still going to write the same 5 papers. There are 5 common papers that all of our students are going to write now when they're taking College Composition 1 and College Composition 2. I have 8. You're actually going to write 8, but of those 8, 5 of them are required for the experience in College Composition 1. We're also required to use MLA style in this course. In College Composition 2, you will have an opportunity to learn about and manage your choices under the heading of APA style. But in College Composition 1, you're going to use MLA style. I like to think of critical thinking as putting in the hard work to really understand something, right? And you usually have a question and you don't usually erase that question until you're satisfied that you've done your best work. Also source use. You're going to have to use sources in this course. It's always one of those things that presents a great challenge in writing, but you're going to have to roll up your sleeves and do some work with using sources. What is your success in this course going to look like? Or how can you meet your goals for this course? We all have a certain grade in mind as we start a course, and I certainly encourage you to keep in mind your own goals, your own target score for this course. To achieve your goals, you're going to have to schedule your time wisely. Online courses do take a little bit more discipline because you don't have those regular check-ins. So schedule your time wisely. Use your calendar app. Input a lot of places where you're going to know you're drafting and you're working on this assignment or that assignment. So use your calendar app. Schedule your time wisely. Find a time on your calendar that works for you, and always do the work when you have that time scheduled. Another thing I strongly encourage for your success is log in daily. Don't take days off. Log in daily, even if just, you're decided that this day you're just going to read everything, and then on this day you're going to do this, and then on this day you're going to work on your paper. Try to log in daily. Work ahead of those deadlines. Read. I have readings assigned for every week that you can take advantage of. And also, don't forget to read the assignment sheets, right? Not just the readings, the chapters, the sections, but also those assignment sheets. They're detailed for a reason. Read the rubrics, read everything, read the example papers. Every single one of the papers you're going to write comes with an example. Don't take any shortcuts, 0 shortcuts. If you refuse to take shortcuts, you're going to be more successful. And this is a model for every course that you're taking. It's also a model, of course, for real world workplace settings. Don't copy and paste. You cannot copy and paste material in this course. I will assign you documents in which you are required to compose your work. Specifically, each one of you is going to get a Google Docs document. You're going to call it your portfolio, one document for the whole semester, and you're going to compose all your papers in this document. One of the reasons I do this is because, I've heard over the years and I'm sympathetic to it. I should be rewarded for my hard work. Well, if I assign you a document, I can see how much work you're putting in there and I can reward you accordingly. So don't take any shortcuts. Put in the work that is required for each one of these papers. Write all your papers in your single assigned Google Docs document for the semester. You will be assigned this document week one, and you're going to write all your papers in this portfolio throughout the semester, and I will evaluate it 3 times. Prioritize thesis statements. A thesis statement is your message in every one of your papers. Don't rush in. Spend quite a bit of time thinking about what you're going to say. Try not to borrow something you've heard before. Really challenge yourself to find something that's original, but it's also true. You don't just want to make things up. Try to find a message that's grounded in truth that you can celebrate throughout your paper, and you're going to be far more successful with all of your papers, all 8 of your papers. Questions. If you have any questions at all throughout the semester, you can not only type them on the Q&A board, you're going to have this weekly assignment called the Q&A board, one question and one response to a classmate. Email. You can certainly email your questions to me. I usually answer really quickly. It's crazy how quickly I can answer emails. Weekend time can vary, but during the week I'm usually pretty good about responding. Office hours. Feel free to stop by during an office hour. I'm in Stickney Hall, and you can visit with me about anything that you might be having a challenge with. And then a Teams meeting. I can also make a Teams meeting available so that we can talk about anything you might have questions about. Welcome everyone to the course, and I hope you thoroughly enjoy College Composition 1, English 110.